Hi. Human beings have some natural limitations. That's obvious, right? Um, we can't eat grass and trees and leaves and things, whereas lots of other animals can, because we need a lot more nutrition, because our brains are a lot bigger and our organism requires a lot more energy. The other thing is I have several cats, and cats appear to be able to eat anything and very rarely get ill. Human beings are always getting ill, right? We're a lot more complex in terms of our organism, a lot more complex in terms of vulnerabilities with respect to germs and viruses. On the other hand, we live a lot longer. Our bodies are relatively fragile compared to, let's say, a lion, a tiger, an elephant, or a rhino, or some other animal, but we can probably outthink them. So we've got better brains for that kind of stuff. But I'll tell you what the biggest limitation is that human beings have, and we all have it, and to a large extent we don't realize we have it. It's this. It's the limiting beliefs we have about ourselves. Now, whatever you believe about yourself, to some extent, makes it true. If you believe that you're never going to recover from panic, anxiety, depression, stress, well, you never will, right? I mean, if you believe it, you won't put any effort into trying to recover. You'll pretty much just be miserable and you'll complain about being miserable. But you won't put any effort in because you don't believe there's any point in it. If you believe, for instance, that you'll never be able to have a good job, or you'll never be able to have a good relationship, or that you're unlovable or unlikable, or that you don't have any personal value, well, that also makes it feel true because you'll act in alignment with those issues. So, for instance, if you thought, I'll never have a good relationship, any relationship you go into, you're predisposed to looking for problems. You're predisposed to all sorts of things. So, I mean, in literature, it's called a self-fulfilling prophecy. Whatever you imagine yourself to be, you kind of fulfill that thing, right? The thing is, I started the Facebook group with my admins because we want to help people to change the beliefs they have about themselves. I have shown quite conclusively, and please take a look at the videos and the literature, etc., the published papers, right? People with anxiety, depression, stress, etc., and panic can recover perfectly well by using my online tools. Perfectly well. The thing is, they don't start out believing they can recover. They don't start out believing they can get, like really well again. They start out with a little bit of hope, and that's all that's required, just a little bit of hope. And as you go through the process and as you start to feel better, then your belief changes. You can't expect to start out with the belief that you can be great again, you can do fantastically well, because that's not where you're at, right? You have probably been practicing being stressed, anxious, whatever you like, down, for years, and you're really good at it. As I say to every client I ever meet, I say, what's the thing you have to do to become good at something? And they go, practice. Right. You've been practicing probably for years, okay? So you're really good at it. You're really good at being miserable, worried, panicky, anxious, stressed, down. You're not really good at challenging those beliefs. You're not really good at challenging them because, well, they feel true. And why do they feel true? Because you have been practicing for so long believing them without an alternative to sort of hang on to. So my suggestion is this. See if you can find a little bit of hope in your soul that your life can be better. I'm starting a mastermind group very soon, and I'm running a live Q&A on Facebook on the 18th of October at 7 p.m. If you have any questions, please post them to my email, panicpitstop100 at gmail.com, panicpitstop100 at gmail.com, and we can have a live Q&A. But I also want to offer you this possibility, right? The mastermind is, it seems to me, a halfway house between face-to-face therapy and doing the whole online thing alone, which, some people don't want to do. It's a halfway house. So the mastermind is designed to supercharge your progress. It's designed to challenge you to do better and to have a better life. And that means challenging the negative beliefs you have about yourself. I promise you this is true. I never ever met a client, and I have worked with over 800 of them, I never ever met a client who didn't have a self-limiting belief that I proved to them, and they proved to themselves over a course of therapy, was wrong, right? Everybody comes into therapy with lots of self-limiting beliefs that are actually wrong. And, sometimes they go, yeah, I know it's wrong, but I still feel it, right? Yeah, I know it's wrong, but I still feel it. Yeah, well, in that case, that's brilliant. That's a gift. We just have to make the feelings move to be more in line with reality. So, if you're dissatisfied, if you're unhappy, if you're not where you want to be, unless you do something about it, nothing will change. What keeps you stuck, or one of the things that keeps you stuck, is those negative beliefs that nothing can change. I can't do it. There's something wrong with me. It's all going to go, poorly because perhaps that's your previous experience, right? It does not have to be that way. But unless you do something, well, nothing will change. So, if you're interested in exploring the possibility of a better experience, consider joining my mastermind group. I'm only limiting it to 10 people because I want everyone to get what they want. And I'm fully confident that everyone will work towards getting what they want and eventually achieve it. Because the thing is, once you join my group, in a sense, we're going to hold you accountable to doing what you've got to do. We're going to figure out what the problem is. We're going to apply solutions, craft solutions to fix it, and we're going to work towards it together as a team. So we're all moving in the direction that we want to go. It's going to be supportive, but it's also going to be problem solving, right? Because every psychological problem has a potential solution. We've just got to find it. And that's what cracking the code is all about. A code, to you and me, is undecipherable, right? It is not something that we can understand. If we could understand it, it wouldn't be a code. It would be like language, right? So a code is undecipherable until you crack the code. All psychological problems are in code because we're not taught how to crack them. We don't know what they are automatically. We just suffer the experience of having them. That's what I do on a day-to-day basis. I help you to crack the code so you understand what the problem is. Once you understand the problem, it's just a problem to be solved. The difficulty is when you believe that nothing can help you, when you believe there's nothing you can do, and when you believe all sorts of other negative, self-limiting beliefs about yourself that prevent you from trying to crack the code. So, I want the people in my group to be empowered. Now, obviously, it's not for everybody, right? Not everybody wants to be empowered, but I want the people in my group to be empowered and to get more of the life that they want. And I will do my utmost to help you to achieve that if you want to join the group. Thanks for taking the time to watch and listen. But please participate in the Facebook Live. Thursday, the 18th of October at 1900 UK time. And we'll be recording it. At least I'll be doing my best to record it on video, and then I'll put it out there as a something that you can look back over again. If you have any questions, send them to panicpits.100@gmail.com. Thanks for taking the time to watch and listen.